calling me like the rainbow.
Lisbon is one of the oldest and most beautiful cities in Europe. After spending several weeks in the greater Lisbon area last year, I decided to come back this year. Given the circumstances with the pandemic, I based myself in a village just outside of Lisbon for 10 weeks to combine working and surfing. This way, I could minimize contacts and visit the comparably empty city center from time to time while taking all the precautions needed. Welcome to the capital of Portugal. With its diverse architecture, beautiful old town and warm climate, Lisbon's popularity grew massively over the past few years, attracting more than 6 million tourists annually. In 2020, however, everything came to a halt. And even though Portugal managed the pandemic quite well so far, only few tourists decided to come visit. So I'm here today to see how tourism in Lisbon looks like in 2020 and how the pandemic affected local businesses. And we're starting things off with the guided tours through the old town on an electric tuk-tuk, a mode of transportation which became very popular in recent years.
So my name is Ana Paula. I'm running a tuk-tuk business here in Lisbon. We do sightseeing tours and we are doing that for almost 5 years now. So in comparison to last year, I would say at least 80% or more of our business were gone. The Tourism of Portugal, they released a certification called Clean and Safe, an agreement that you're gonna do some things in your company. That is basically the guide, and the people inside the vehicle all have to use masks. Then we have to clean the tuk-tuk. We have to do hand sanitizer in all passengers. And also we have to have the same measures in our facilities too, like the garage, and we have to ensure that we have all the conditions and the cleaning.
I'm hungry from all the city exploration. This is why I'm here at the Time Out Market, which is a successful transformation of a rundown, rarely used traditional food market where some of Portugal's best chefs offer a variety of national favorites.
In 2019, we had 4,100,000 visitors to Time Out Market Lisboa. In 2020, we only were open January, February. We closed doors on March, so we reopened in July. Since then, we have maybe 60% less of our visitors. We have about 300 seats now. We had 1,000 before this. We also have dedicated entrances and exits, and everyone that enters the market has to hygienize the hands on alcohol. Inside the market we have smaller tables, and we have put some dividers between them, and we have to wear masks everywhere inside the market unless you're eating or drinking.
As stated earlier, I spent most of my time in Portugal outdoors at the many beaches you can find around Lisbon. To improve my surfing skills, I also took lessons with a local surf school, but this year the number of students was much lower.
In spring, I had 0 clients, either the surf school and the surf villa. Once we could have less restrictions, we had a few Portuguese people in the surf lessons, but still I rely a lot in the tourism, so the surf villa was closed, and until July 0 clients, and then in the summer I would say 50% reduction comparing to last year. I reduced the share rooms to 50% occupation unless they were friends. Then in the surf villa we have a lot of outdoor places, so we always incentivize the people to be outside and obviously respect the social distancing. And then besides the normal cleaning, we disinfected everything afterwards. Going to the surf lessons, everyone had to wear a mask in the van, and the most important thing is people could have fun in the surf camp environment, but always with certain distances.
While the amount of tourists in Lisbon are at an all-time low this year, the increasing numbers of visitors in the past few years led to a problem called over-tourism, which affected tourists, but even more the locals who had to deal with increasing prices and gentrification in the traditional neighborhoods. Therefore, 2020 feels like a well-needed break for the city, and those who happen to explore Lisbon this year are able to enjoy a very quiet old town, empty squares and popular attractions without waiting times. This way, also many locals have used the chance to rediscover their own city.
My name is João. I live in the city center of Lisbon, in Arroios, and I've been studying and working in Lisbon for more than 10 years now. This year the city has quite changed. Whenever you want to go shopping or go to the restaurant that you like, especially in this area, which could be like super busy at times, and now it's quite easy. You just go and you are super welcome, especially because a lot of businesses are struggling and they were projected for a lot more people than they currently have. In a way, yes, I'm going to places which I already knew, but I didn't go as much. But you do miss like having large gatherings of people and and that type of connection when you have like a full square of people dancing and partying and chanting. So yeah, definitely you miss that. Yeah, and in another way, I think the businesses and business-oriented for tourism that are new or surviving, they have to change a little bit their philosophy and be more sustainable for the future and worry more about quality and not just about the mass tourism that sometimes you felt was transforming the city. So in a way, getting rid of that type of tourism is possibly a good influence.
The few tourists that decided to visit Lisbon this year have most of the sites more or less for themselves, including this viewpoint here, which was just finished this year. And while many things are very different in 2020, the sunsets you can enjoy in Lisbon are as beautiful as always.